I know you're gonna dig this.
And we are back. I want to thank everybody for joining me today as we go to one of my sessions. Now, this session is a little bit different. Most of the sessions you see are just in a basic studio. Sometimes they might be on location, but in this particular instance, the studio session is in a rain room. Now, most people haven't been exposed to a rain room before, but it simulates, you guessed it, rain. So now that we got the obvious out of the way, this is just the preparation and setup of getting everything ready for the shots within the rain room. If you look to the background, you'll see a light that's above the top. That actually surrounds the rain faucet area where it comes down. So I'm just setting up all my lighting, getting everything in order before we start this shoot. So that way I could test whether or not I'm gonna need my strobe or if I'm gonna work with constant lighting. Now the room itself comes with some constant lighting. You'll notice that there are about 4 of them listed around the sitting area. There's also the LED on the top, but I did bring my own LEDs. And now we can see the designer Dom on the left and Stylist Egypt on the right, working with AV, our first model who will actually be up when we start shooting. Just getting him prepared for these first shots that we take. We'll get some shots of Marie setting herself up with the jewelry that will be on the models themselves. Everything that she creates is handmade, which is an undertaking in and of itself, but amazing in the end. We have one of our models, Z, getting her makeup done by Coco. And if you've been along for any of my other shoots, you've definitely been familiarized with Coco. And this is actually how we start the rain. And there are a few options. You see those switches which allow you to control exactly where the rain is coming from on the overhead faucet. And this is Anubis, our other model for the evening. And once again, we have Marie of Adornments. Here we are with Nay actually adorning him in some jewelry, getting ready for the first shots that are going to be set up. Now, when we did this, I turned my camera off, so I did not get the first shots of Anubis, which I'm sad about because I'm going to show you some images in advance just so you guys get an idea of what we had. But we did start with AV, and then we have Z coming in after, and then we get the rest of those shots. And if you did not already know, Nay is always my tester for my lighting. So at this point, we start setting up for the specific colors for the first shots. I wanted orange, so I'm changing the individual LEDs and then the top LED to match. And here are some of Anubis's first shots, since we do not have the video footage. You ready? Take one step back. The reason for the step back is because we did not want to get the outfits wet, so we surrounded them with the water. We will be shooting in 2 styles, one with the overhead lighting off and one with it on, to just give full color contrast as well as minimal color contrast. Okay, Nay, hit the light again. And we use the light in order to get a shot of the clothes with a little bit less of the dramatic mood that we're used to. So low key, you have my absolute favorite type of sack, the one down the spine. Yeah. She knows I'm obsessed with like lettering down spines and stuff. For the best hat.
I ain't say nothing, don't stop.
Where yours at? Really?
Beautiful night. Yo, their next looks when they take these jackets off.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Is this the next outfit? Yeah. I want him sitting. I'm gonna pull the bench over. So during this portion, we start to pull the bench over just to get it set up for the next shot, only to realize that we're gonna switch this up real quick. So no, it's perfect like it is. But I wanted him to get some, we want his shots. Is there paper towel? We could do that. Okay. Then if that's the case, I want this then. Yeah. I said yeah. I only would have thrown that at me. You know that sibling you want to keep locked up in a cage and just pour hot water on him? Well, that's Egypt to me, but he is my brother, so it's all love when we do these things. Now for this section of the shoot, I am changing the lighting to a combination that I always love shooting. The top light is a little bit tricky because it doesn't change in the precise way that the bottom lights do, but we did figure it out beforehand, and in the meantime, Z is making sure to give us some content by posing for the video camera. Now, do you want red for the back ones, or do you want it to stay with that pink highlight? That's fine? Okay. Oftentimes, it's a good idea to let the models take creative liberties as well, so ask what they like in your shoot. Turn this on, your foot might get wet. Okay. That's off. That's not coming down at all. So essentially, just where the red line is in the front and in the back will turn on. That's it. Not the sides and not the middle. Do you prefer just doing it on your own and flowing? Okay. Okay. All right, bet. As you can already see, Z was very comfortable in front of the camera, so she does not need instructions. Excuse me.
Wow.
Okay, show off. Z was clearly showing out because she killed all of her poses. Alright, yeah, that's enough. We good on the fog thing. I will be the first to admit that sometimes I will OD on the fog. You can add a little more fog now. Yep. Even the video by itself just looks really, really good. Posing, water, background elements, fog, and just the cooperation of everybody involved was great. They warned her that if she did this, I was gonna leave this in the video, so you're welcome, Coco. In Egypt, you're no better. Now, working with these shots, we turn the overhead lighting off, and the reason, which is what I spoke of before, is because we want a contrasty, moody vibe that is less of a high-key feel. So that light gets turned off just to give us an alternate selection of shots. And these photos show exactly how intense we can make our images if we're using only the available LED lighting and the camera and do away with the overhead lighting that we were originally using. In addition to the lighting, I also switched between my Action 2 first-person camera and my Z7II, which is what you're looking at now. The Z7II handles the lighting a lot better when that overhead lighting is off, so I'll start to use that a bit more often. I'm just going to change the light a little bit because I want to see what green looks like on her skin tone. So before everything started, I made sure to set all of the color settings and lighting on that video camera, so that way we would get the video quality that we're getting right now. And if you look, you'll see just how dynamic and moody these images look. But what color do you want for that? All right. Step in just a little bit closer to your. No, y'all are fine. There we go. Perfect. Only on the left. No. Stay just like that. No. You good. All right. I want y'all just intense with as much intensity as you can. Stare right into the camera. There we go. Now, don't move, switch in the back. There we go, perfect. How comfortable are you with interaction? How comfortable are you with interaction? Okay. All right. Look, I'm gonna ask. I ain't gonna be like, put your hands on her stomach. I mean, clearly AV is into BDSM because he's suggesting choking our model, and that was not a part of the agreement. But anyway, just joking. Again, it's all jokes and love here. So for this portion of our shoot, we are getting things prepped, prop-wise, and oiling everybody down for a warmer look that we wanted to give the models. We wanted it to be more intimate and more intense. I also want to take this time to just thank everybody who was involved again. So Z, AV, Anubis, Egypt, Dom, Coco, and none other than the amazing Nay Marie for their assistance in the shoot and everything that they brought to the table. Nay with her adornments, as always. You've seen them in every video that I've done. Z, Anubis, AV for the modeling, Dom for the clothing, Egypt for the assistance with styling, and Coco for the makeup. Everybody did a really, really amazing job. And without them, the shoot wouldn't have come off the way that it did. It also wouldn't have been as comfortable as it was. We have a habit of working together and making people smile, which makes things a little bit easier when we're in a session, because then people don't feel awkward and then they eventually become part of the family. Energy is key, so make sure you keep that around you whenever you're doing a photo shoot, regardless of who it's with. I'm about to hit this water.
Hey, crack them in. I know.
Y'all doing good. Y'all look good. Y'all look really, really good. Just lean into it. Do what y'all feel is natural. There you go. I want my 1995.
And even if you have to lean into her, like almost like you're receiving something, do that. I mean, continue what y'all were doing. I'm just giving that as. Now, the remainder of the shots we actually did without the rain coming down in order to make sure we had a clear view of the clothing, just using the lighting to embellish things, but not overdo it with too much rain in our shots. camera. There we go. Perfect. Let me get a... Although I say that as a joke, I do appreciate the upturn of the collar because it completely changed the mood of the photos that I was taking and gave them a little bit more edge. All right, so I don't care who hears this, but if y'all don't cast this man as like the smoothest vampire in a network show, like, you missing out, because he's literally embodying that right now.
And bring your shoulders back just a little bit so that they're broad. Yeah.
And as you do it, deep breath and chin slightly up. There we go. Yeah. Look down here. Just looking down at the head at your Let me get one arm behind your back. Take your right arm. You're going to grab the right. And then I'm going to just turn back here. And then step to get perfect. See? Same the face.
Yeah.
Eye intensity, and you've heard me say this in previous videos, can make a world of a difference in the type of photos that you're delivering when you're on a shoot. I can't stress enough how important posture and emoting is.
Yeah, it's better like that. Yeah.
The same way. Yeah, hold that. With this section, we were trying to get some flowy poses, and Z did not fail to deliver. She flowed through every pose and gave us a lot of variety. That was great. One more. All right. I want to give each model a load of credit because they are standing on a graded mat and barefoot and keeping their balance, and Z is flowing as if she has a flat surface underneath her.
Better give, babe.
And let me just take this time to give Dom his flowers because these outfits are fire and they look beautiful together. They nailed these shots in his outfits and I couldn't be happier. And now you just look at each one of them separately. And inhale. I'm gonna count down 3, 2, 1. Just inhale, hold that breath, and as stoic as you can be. Okay. There we go. Right into the camera. 3, 2.
Instagram _MoneyLaRose. And I was modeling today.
I just want to say it's been an honor and a pleasure to work today with the models and all the work photographers. Thank you so much. My Instagram is Lucas Rising. That's ANOOISRISING.
Peace, y'all. I'm Marie of Adornments. I love Adornments. Shoot, you can find me anywhere at Adornments on all social media platforms.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Z. My name on Instagram is Cyrus with 2 N's, and I was one of the models today. Thank you.
What's up, y'all? It's Coco. I am the makeup artist for the shoot today. You can find me on Instagram at _brush queen. You can also find me at queen_reinvented. And I'm also a doctor, so you can find that Instagram at Earth's Cabinet LLC.
Hi, I'm Tony Cole, director and designer for I Like It by Dominic Cole Clark. You can find me at www.ikb.com.
How you doing? Use your book. If I'm in Instagram, use your book. I'm a hairstylist. And see you soon. Come get your hair done. Get a flip.
Go ahead.
Peace, everybody. Will Focus here. I want to say a big thank you to everybody I got to work with today. Designers, models, hairstylists, makeup artists. The hairstylist, I'm not really worried about it. But anyway, on Instagram is the one Will Focus. The jewelry I'm wearing right now is by Adornments. You'll see all that fly everybody in this shoot. So follow everybody on Instagram. I'll put their information up and I hope to speak with y'all soon. Thanks for joining me again. Like, comment, and subscribe. You can find me, The One Will Focus, on all social media, theonewillfocus.com, and I will see you next time. Peace.